A little late to the party. I was watching the game. Couldn't really go live at the time. Mertz escapes the sack, throws it downfield, gets it to his man, Pearsall. Do apologize. I was hoping to get this stream a little earlier, but had prior engagements, let's just say. And really, I didn't even know if I was still going to do this after this performance from the Gators. Florida has to score right here. They have the ball. No, it's not a beer if anybody's going to say it. And there goes ETN left side. Look at that. When you give it to your best player, things can happen. Oh. I kind of... 2 words, unprepared again from A.A. Ron. This is pathetic. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. ETN up the middle. Gain of about 4 on the play. 1:55 left in the first half. Remember, Kentucky gets the ball to start the second half, so Florida has to score something. We got to keep that, scoring streak alive too, guys. That's in jeopardy right now. That's about what I'm kind of watching for at this point. The heck with the game. I want that scoring streak. See, Trevor Etienne, 6 rushes, 25 yards, 4.2 yard per carry average. I don't even want to talk about Kentucky's Ray Davis. My God. My goodness. Here we go. Mertz looking on 2nd and 5. Going to be a spot throw. Up and over Caleb Douglas. Wow. It's been a hurt to see Mertz kind of game today, but a great pass, a great catch. Mertz has been absolutely pathetic today, as usual. I mean, the 77% completion percentage for him on the season was kind of like smoke screen. Yeah, I really never believed it. But what's been the biggest disappointment today is the Florida Gator defensive line being pushed around, bullied around. But Caleb Douglas with a nice catch down at the 1 yard line. Let's see if the Florida Gators can screw it up right here. We should just forfeit the away games. I took off work for this trash game. And, I was going to take, what I had to do. I had some stuff to do. And for some reason, something about this game, I was like, I'm not too into doing a live, like right at the, if I can't get to it, that's fine. But I got my stuff done a little early. So, I was like, well, I guess I'll go ahead. And it looks like Caleb Douglas is hurt on the play. But, really, Florida, Kentucky is winning in every aspect of this game. Let's see, the Kentucky run game has been good today. I'll give them that. No, they have not been good. They have been great. The Florida Gator defense has made the Kentucky Wildcats, Ray Davis, look like a Heisman hopeful. And that's what you do. If you want a Heisman campaign, if you want to put your name up there, play the Florida Gators. That's the motto. You want to win the Heisman, go play the Florida Gators because they will put you on the map. That's just I'm kind of numb to this. It's like I should lose my mind, but it's like why? I kind of thought this was going to happen. Well, it looks like USC's up 34-7, but I guess this game is about that. So, geez, USC. I figured Colorado would put some points on USC. I kind of got this stream going pretty quick. I didn't even do all my stuff I usually do. Really, I was trying to get this ready, especially for halftime, because I know a lot of people are wanting to talk. And I know other websites or other streams will be doing the same thing. But, man, I just got to have some therapy with this stuff, especially me. This coming on here helps me cope with this performance. But now that I've started the stream, Florida has played better. By God, I just jinxed it, didn't I? I just jinxed it. Mertz just not the answer. He's never the answer. He's more of a comparable to Austin Appleby, in my opinion. I don't know if y'all remember that. The Florida Gators former quarterback, Austin Appleby. That's who he reminds me of. Yeah, I don't know what just happened right there. Looks like ETN just slipped. 2nd and goal. 47 seconds, which it could be a good thing because Kentucky can't score again. But their offense, well, I say they're not explosive in the run game. They are. Let's see. Mertz throws it. Oh, wow. A rare completion from Mertz because it's been hurting to see Mertz throw today. He's been absolutely pathetic. but a 4-yard reception touchdown to Hayden Hansen. Wow, look at the Florida Gators absolutely celebrating, cutting the lead down to 17 after a pathetic first half. Man, they're celebrating like they won something. You haven't done jack shit, you pieces of shit. Look at me, I'm going to throw an arrow to the crowd. Bitch, you're down 17. Fucking pathetic. Just call it what it is. We are so far behind. Yeah. Austin Armstrong's a fraud. Tried to say that Florida Gator defense. Yeah, everybody tried to say, Blake, they're top 10, they're top 5. No, they're not. If you look at them, statistically, that's about it. Kentucky's defense is better. And they've played better. And they're showing it today. And away games, I don't know what it is with the Florida Gators. I mean, you're not going to win anything with a coach who can't perform on the road. I mean, it's freaking pathetic at this point. I mean, I've about had enough of this freaking team. Just freaking pathetic. Here they score, finally. You know, but you shouldn't be celebrating. You shouldn't be just score, give it to the ref because you're probably going to have a 15-yard penalty. Okay, you are away. Don't be doing anything stupid. Napier in a nutshell. Win a game you weren't supposed to, Utah, Tennessee, and look embarrassing for the rest of the year. Dude, it's getting to that point. And everybody was throwing around Austin Armstrong. Oh, my God, look at this shank of a kick. Oh, my God. Every facet of the game. That must be that game-changer coordinator position. Let's just go ahead and kick it to the out of bounds. My goodness, it goes to the 35 or 40. 34 seconds. Devin Leary sucks, but they got 2 timeouts. My God. Trey Smack, I don't know what he's doing. But, well, shoot, he hasn't had much opportunities to kick today, so he's pretty cold. Everybody wants me to not be negative. It's hard. It's hard not to be negative or just feeling pathetic for this team. It really is, dude. I'm watching this game, and on my phone, people are looking at me while I'm watching it. And look at this. Run to the left side. A rare stoppage from anybody on the Florida Gator defensive line. Because they have actually, that's the one thing I said the Florida Gator had was a good defensive line. Well, they haven't shown that today. They've been absolutely pathetic. 12 rushes for Ray Davis for 206 yards, and you're going to celebrate him if you're actually tackling him. That's how pathetic the Florida Gators are. You know, hey, we're going to celebrate. This dude's rushed for 200 yards in the first half. You dumbasses. The IQ level of these guys has got to be 1. Football IQ is probably negative. Because they're over there looking down, staring at them like they're going to talk some crap. You're going to get a 15-yard penalty because you're so dumb. Well, that's what the coach wants to. That's just coaching. I don't know. It's all of it. Mark Stoops just. I mean, it's just stupid. I'm getting irritated by this. You know, it's just you win a game against Tennessee. You look pathetic against Chattanooga, and I said, man, y'all need to get your crap together if you're going to play Kentucky. Kentucky's way better. I mean, 7 points. I mean, that was a feat of in its own because Kentucky's got the Florida Gators are making that Kentucky defense look like the 2000 Ravens. I mean, my God. I mean, to the point where it's like, all right, should we just wave the white flag and just say fuck it? Terrible. Terrible. Well, the best thing in the game just happened for the Florida Gators. Halftime, so they're off the field. USC, Jesus. They score again? I'm trying to get everything situated. I know a lot of people are going to start coming in making fun of me. I've already been made fun of today. It's going to be another day for me. Day in the life of being a Florida Gator fan. So the way it goes, The way it goes, sometimes your money, sometimes your clothes. Oh, I want to hear from other people. I want to give the floor to some other people. Just be like, hey, what is this? What can y'all tell me that I'm missing throughout this game? I'm looking. I mean, this is bad. This is actually bad. I got 54 people in here. Of course, it's halftime, so a lot of people are going to want my opinion on this. It's bad. I'm glad the Florida Gators got 7. That's about the only thing I can hope I can be happy about. Florida Gators got 7 points. Y'all see this? I'm drinking Coke. About to be some Jack with it. Because there's nothing going on in this game for Florida. Maybe there is. I don't know. Let's see. Leary is 4 of 12 and winning by 16. That is it in a nutshell. And Leary should have had a pick 6 just a minute ago. I mean, that was one of the worst throws I've seen. I mean, it was, I don't know if it was a comeback route, but Leary just hasn't been playing very well. But heck, he doesn't have to when you have Kentucky's running back rushing for 200 yards in the first half. And then, of course, I got to see Dan Mullen right here in the halftime report, probably talking crap. I don't know. I got it on mute. I'm not even going to listen to it. Ray Davis, my God, 12 rushes, 206, 2 touchdowns, 1 reception touchdown. And, of course, one of star receivers gets hurt again. Oh, it ain't going to matter. I mean, Kentucky's controlling the line of scrimmage. They're going to run it. They get the ball to start the second half. So, they're whatever. I mean, that's the Napier and Mullen. Yeah, it is. Let's see. 2 pick sixes, actually. Jaden Hill left a ball bounce, in front of him. Yep. I mean, what is it? You play corner because you can't catch the ball? Is that what the message is, I guess? I don't know. It's bad. I mean, that's why that Chattanooga game scared me, because I was like, man, I don't know if it was these guys are not prepared against Chattanooga, but it was like, I thought Billy Napier's philosophy was they take every game like it's like that opponent could beat them. So Chattanooga, that wasn't the Florida Gators like not taking them serious. That's just the Florida Gators. So it's going to be a rough year, because this is the stretch right now, guys. We're going to find out what Florida Gator team this is. In the first game, it's not good, but there is some hope, because I want to tell you this. The Florida Gators, for some reason, play one half of terrible football. And in the second half, they usually play a little better, or one half. I hope that's the worst half. But they always play one half of terrible football. Tennessee, they played first half great. Second half, it was kind of not so good. Let's see, High Top is going off. That's good. Good. I mean, we're looking at frauds right here. I think the Florida Gators, I mean, you always want to look at. I never thought the Florida Gators should have been ranked. I felt like that was a bad thing, because the players like, hey, we're top 25. I didn't think they deserved to be ranked, in my opinion. And the Florida Gators do not even look like a top 50 team right now. Kentucky is not even ranked, which the rankings about midway through the season you're going to see, especially when teams go into their schedule. I told everyone that Kentucky defense is pretty good. They look like the same defense I saw last year with when Anthony Richardson had Fitz with them. And you're seeing it right now. That defense probably better. This defense right now is probably better than last year. I mean, it's crazy. Mark Stoops just has the Florida Gators number. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Florida can't play on the road for some fucking reason. And by the way, guys, if you cuss, it's fine. It flags it or whatever. We're all grown adults here, cussing stuff. It's fine. But yeah, I have not seen man, I was just trying to watch the game however I could, and I was just watching it. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get to a live as soon as the game started, and it's probably for the best, because I probably would be a lot worse than what I am now, because my reaction to the game and to whenever I was watching it was a lot worse than what I am now. So, yeah. Oh my goodness. Let's see what the stats look like. I know it's pathetic, but let's see. Kentucky a lot to Florida Gators little. I mean, this is where you need a good quarterback. This is where a good quarterback would come in and take over that game. But, when you have a game manager quarterback, this is not what it's set up for. A game manager quarterback like Austin Appleby, Graham Mertz, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get low scoring, but if Kentucky's just running all over you, your offense is not going to be able to keep up. And unfortunately, that's what's happening right now. So, and when Kentucky's dominating the line of scrimmage like this, it's very hard to win a game like or even come back. Man, let's see what the box score is at halftime. Graham Mertz 10 of 15. He's got those stats up, don't he? 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Devin Leary, 4 of 12, and you're losing by 16. Think about if Kentucky had a decent quarterback. My goodness, this game would be over. My goodness gracious. But, the rushing yards, 18 total carries for Kentucky, 223, 2 touchdowns. Of course, the big 75-yard rush by Ray Davis. Just terrible. Terrible all around from the Florida Gators. Let's see. Caleb Douglas is the bright spot for Florida in receiving. He has 1 catch for 34 yards. It was a nice catch. He did get hurt on the play. But where do you go from here, guys? Where do you go from the Florida Gators? Kentucky gets the ball to start the second half. Do you just come out and, I say do you? This is what they should do, is just play man and just put fucking 8 in the box and just let Devin Leary, if he beats you, he beats you. Put 8 in the motherfucking box and just say, beat me, Devin Leary. If you beat me, hats off to you. But you are 4 of 12. You're looking terrible when you throw. I am stacking the box. You don't even have to blitz. Just stack it. Just put everybody there to make Kentucky have to throw. That's what I'm doing. Austin Armstrong, who knows? He should have probably done that a lot sooner, but, everybody wants him to have a lifetime contract. No. There needs to be an APB out on him. This team is getting stomped in the trenches on the road. Yeah. And that's the hard thing. It's like, okay, even if you do stack the box, that Kentucky offensive line is just dominating, man. They're going to put a hat on a hat, and they'll probably still dominate. I just don't know what's going on. Penalties, once again, fundamentals. Yeah, penalties have hurt. Was it the 15-yard penalty jumping over the player or whatever? Kentucky got the drive extended. But, like I said, Florida always plays one bad half of football in each game. That has to be one of the worst. Has to be one of the worst. My God. Whew. Some scores, though. Penn State, 10 all against Northwestern. USC, 34. Colorado, 14. Georgia-Auburn play at 2:30. Well, 3:30 Eastern time. The Mizzou-Vanderbilt game. Georgia-Auburn. Well, maybe at one time it looked a little intriguing, but I doubt Auburn's going to make that a game. See, we need Mullen back. For offense, yes. Not for anything else. Not for recruiting. Go out and play with fire. Billy Napier got to call plays like it's 2-minute offense. See, that's the problem. You're going to have to move the ball quick, but Graham Mertz is not a guy I trust putting the game in his hands. It's just not. And he's not brought in for that. He's already thrown 15 times, and they're down by 16. This is going to be bad. There ain't no fire. There needs to be some adjustments. There needs to be the Florida Gator defense not only needs to win their one-on-ones. Cam Jackson, Caleb Banks, Desmond Watson, they need to win their one-on-ones, but they're going to have to, they're going to have to use some pass rush or some rush moves that maybe just hasn't been working in this game, but they're going to have to use some, go down in the bag of their tricks and figure out how to get off these offensive linemen that are just destroying them right now. They're going to have to do something. And that Florida Gator defensive line, I told everyone, this is something that I harped on. If that Florida Gator defensive line fails, you're going to see the whole defense fail. Because that's the strength of the Florida Gator defense. After that, it's garbage. I'm not going to say garbage, but It's bad. Everybody said tackling was better. I don't see that, especially in the secondary. But this Florida Gator defense giving up 23 points to Kentucky when Devin Leary has only completed 4 balls tells you the story of how bad that defense is right now. I mean, it's pathetic. It really is. I agree. The front 7 of the defense got to step it up. They really do. It's just they have to win their one-on-ones. I mean, you could fire off the ball, but that Kentucky offensive line saying, we're just going to bulldoze you. They're using the Kentucky offensive line, man. They are experienced. They know how to move big bodies. They are doing that to the Florida Gators because the Florida Gators have big bodies. But the Florida Gators are going to have to, I mean, if you're going to come out and go deep in the bag of your tricks, listen, don't be surprised. You're going to start seeing some swim moves on some plays whenever the Kentucky offensive line is just destroying them. Do a swim move. I don't care if you're an interior defensive lineman or a spin move to get off these guys to stop Ray Davis, to stop that Kentucky offense, dude. It's getting terrible. You're going to have to try something. Or there's more AIs. That's weird, dude. But this is... I don't know. I don't think Ray Davis will have 400 yards on the ground. I hope not. But it wouldn't surprise me if he has 300. This is the softest defensive play I've seen in 20 years. Yeah, I mean, because, the Will Muschamp days, the McElwain days, their defense was good. So it's just getting bad, dude. I'm glad I did not start this stream early. Really glad. I would have probably ended it. I would have said, nope, not doing this. Not really. If y'all know this channel, should I bring out the bag pretty soon? If this running back runs for like 300, I may bring out the bag. Be like the old Cleveland Browns. Ah! I'm drinking my sorrows away. I would have ended it early, Blake. Mr. Wiggs, what's up, buddy? Yeah, man. It's just, I don't know. It's just, it's hard to explain to people. No, bring out the jerseys so we can win. I tried to hurry up this stream as soon as I got home, and I didn't even think about anything. It really, at this point, I don't think anything's going to help with any kind of superstition. I usually wear my Florida Gator shirt. I will say this, when I started the stream, Florida actually scored, so there's that. Whoever number 10 is, he's the new trading. Oh, that's Miguel Mitchell, I believe. Ooh. That bad. Trey Dean, I saw him in the preseason, in the NFL preseason. He was actually doing well, I believe, with the Jets. I mean, he was doing what he was intended to do. He's not a cover guy, but he was in there making some plays, making some big tackles for the Jets. I don't know if he even stuck with their squad. I don't know if he's on the practice squad or not. But if the Florida Gators can't establish a run game with ETN and Montrell Johnson, it's not going to be good. They got to start. They got to develop some kind of run game. And I'm not saying they're going to win the game. I'm just saying keep it competitive, man, at this point. That 7 may make you feel good, especially the Florida Gators, because with Kentucky getting the ball to start the second half, who knows what happens. Looks like the game's about to start. Oh, getting flashbacks to the 2021 LSU game. Oh man. If this game doesn't get any better, all I could hope for is that Jacksonville Jaguars can get a win tomorrow for me against the Atlanta Falcons. That's all I could hope for. Looks like Penn State third and goal on the at the 1 yard line. Look at this. Poor tackling. Ray Davis. He had one hand on him. Great defense. Top 10 defense, right? Yeah, I wasn't fooled by that. That's why I don't get into the numbers of whenever you're that high ranking of a defense. It's like, all right, who's your competition? Who are you playing? I wasn't fooled. Because I know a lot of people were comparing this defense to like the Will Muschamp days. I was like, pump the brakes on that now. There's no way. Will Muschamp, you can say what you want, especially offensively, but his defenses were badass, dude. Let's see. Defense is still a hell of a lot better than last year. I will give you that. Because it is hard to be that bad. It really is. Because if you look at last year's defense, man, last year's defense, I mean, it was pathetic. This performance by the defense is pathetic. Don't get me wrong, but it was beyond pathetic from Florida. And then the previous year, what was it? Samford putting up like 60 points. I mean, there was a lot to be, and it probably could have started last year, especially with the development of that defense. With Patrick Toney, even though I wasn't a big fan of him, but Patrick Toney inherited a really bad defense. So I can't put it all on him, but some of his play calling I just wasn't impressed with. And, with Austin Armstrong, I think everybody just sees the videos of him being so, enthusiastic and everything. It brings a different energy. But, when you start getting to some coaches that can't outcoach you, I mean, he's getting outcoached right now on his side of the ball. I was at the Samford game. Good thing we scored 70. Yeah. I think I saw Emory Jones. Doesn't he play for Cincinnati? I think I saw him last night. I don't know if they won or not. If it wasn't, it sure looked like him. Man, Emory Jones put up, what do you have, 8 touchdowns or something? That was crazy. Positive note, takeaway, 2 Gator mistakes, and it's 7-7 right now. I mean, I guess you could take away that and then take away Ray Davis for Kentucky and their offensive line. You can take away a lot of stuff. And the 4 Gators may be in this game. Did I hear 70? Colin LaRoche. Oh, no. Get out of here with your Miami Dolphins crap. Fins up. No Miami Dolphins fans in here. Does Jacksonville play the... Oh, God. Jacksonville's defense is not very good. 70. Surprised they didn't get that record at the end. Against BYU. All right, so start of the third quarter. Devin Leary. He just... You want to see bad quarterback play, just watch this game. 16-point halftime lead, largest versus AP ranked opponent. Dang it, man. In the last 20 seasons. Hey, do you think, Florida doesn't have really a special teams coordinator, so I'd say maybe they would onside kick it, but who knows what that call is. Do not kick it out of bounds, Smack. Thank goodness. Oh, he's got to run it out at the 1. Kentucky takes it at their goal line, and he stiff arms. Oh, no! Big return down at the 32-yard line. He should have been wrapped up around the 20. Oh, man. The view of that, I thought he had a crease. Oh, my goodness. Jesse Palmer and Joe Tessitore. Joe Tessitore's all right as a play-by-play. He don't bother me. It would take UF 5 games at their pace to score 70. Is it 5? Maybe 10? Oh, man. They're putting Austin Armstrong on blast. Let's see. All right, let's see if Ray Davis has cooled down a little bit. I mean, my God. I mean, you've already had your running for the day, buddy. All right, ball at the 32-yard line. There's the snap. Hands it off to Davis, lowers his shoulder, and gain of about 3 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 7. That's a win for the Florida Gator defense. Only stopping them for 3. 200 plus rush yards in a game versus Florida since 2000. Terrion Davis Price, I remember that 2021 game. Somebody just said that. Yes. Could he exceed that? Marcus Lattimore was a badass. Willis McGahee was damn good. All right, there's Devin Leary. Tosses it to his receiver and an easy first down on this soft Florida Gator defense. Man, Devin Leary, even his passes don't even look good. Like, I mean, that's just like a confidence. Like, it was kind of a little out in front. Hey, man, I got me a video I'm about to pop up in a little bit. I'm going to show y'all my quarterback arm in a couple videos. Here's the snap. There's the run. Davis eludes a defender. He's broken another one. Down at the 24. My goodness. This man can't be stopped. No answer from the Florida Gator defense in the second half. Ray Davis, they're just eating that left side, running right at Princely, who just locks up with his lineman, does absolutely nothing after. No fire from Princely. There's the snap. And it looks like Leary's going to take it, and he's going to throw it over the middle to his man. And if Leary finds some kind of rhythm, the Florida Gator defense is in absolutely trouble. They are in trouble. I mean, my goodness. Ray Davis, have you a day? Wow. I don't know. Man, I said he couldn't have he ain't going to have 400 yards, but Jesus, at this point. Dang, we look off. What the fuck? Did we just watch this? I'm done. UK's O-line is supposed to be terrible. Dude, no, they are not. I mean, the Florida Gator defensive line, let's not, I'm giving credit to the Kentucky offensive line because I do trash the Florida Gator defense every now and then. That front seven is supposed to be really good for the Florida Gators. There's the snap. Davis makes a little wiggle room, and he's going to get about 3 on the play. I mean, you know, I said if the Florida Gators can't stop this rushing attack, it's going to be bad. And if they can't stop Devin Leary with, I mean, it was a tight throw. If they get him in some kind of rhythm, this is trouble. Is Davis that good or are we that bad? I think it's a little bit of both. I think Davis is really good. This Kentucky offensive line, dude, they are just moving the Florida Gators. Princely, really, I don't know what his deal is. But yards of rush play, the Kentucky Wildcats 12. Here we go. Davis lowers his shoulder and gets a couple of more and lowered it on Scooby Williams. I mean, my goodness. This Ray Davis is not afraid of linebackers. He's not afraid of anybody. But once you get into this rhythm, I don't care what position you play. Corner, defensive back. You playing quarterback, but running back, you get into a rhythm, man, you're seeing the field so good. You feel like you can run over anybody. And Ray Davis has had, his confidence is through the roof right now. You can tell. You can just see it in his eyes. 3rd and 3. If I'm Kentucky, I'm running it with them. I don't give a crap. Nope. They play action. Leary, end zone. And it's going to be, unfortunately, Jason Marshall wraps his hands, pretty much tackles him because Jason Marshall, former 5-star player, who I have not really seen a lot of 5-star in them. But that was 100% and really didn't even have to do it. Austin Armstrong just looking like a goofball out there. Let's see. I mean, it was definitely, the ball was overthrown. He didn't even have to do it. I mean, he definitely grabbed him. Maybe the receiver could have had a shot, but they knew. I saw it all the way. Being Supreme, you did too, didn't you? Is Davis going to get his 4th touchdown in the game? And by the way, guys, I could be behind everybody. I am streaming the game. Actually, I think a lot of people are probably streaming this game. But I have to stream this game. I don't have cable where I live for some reason. Like I don't understand this. AT&T, bring cable in my neighborhood. I'm not that broke. I can pay a little bit. I have to pay for streaming service. I pay Sling. I mean, they're all right. Hey, anybody want to make a bet? There's no way this is a play action pass. This is a run all the way. Anybody want to take bets on this? Anybody want to take a bet? This, let's see. First and goal for Ray Davis. 6 plays, 66 yards on this drive. Don't like those numbers. There's the snap. Hands it off to Davis. Touchdown. 4th of the day. The quadruple. We do have a flag on the play. Maybe holding. We'll see. Oh. Never mind. Of course, it's on the Florida Gators. Ray Davis putting on a show. How impressive. He's just absolutely skull dragging the Florida Gator defense, who is absolutely pathetic. I mean, that was, you wanted to see what kind of team the Florida Gators are. You just saw it in that right out the half, and they just run it down your throat. I mean, my goodness. Kick is up. Kick is good. 30 points on this top 10 defense with third quarter, 10 minutes left. A top 10 defense. I was never fooled by that number. Florida Gator defense is the same. They give up huge plays when this defense is supposed to be better. If y'all know my Utah. I got to have some kind of fun with it, I guess. Yeah, Kentucky better go on and beat Georgia. I may feel better then. I would be a Kentucky fan that day. I would be a Kentucky fan that day. I'd root for Kentucky. Well, I'm always kind of like, all right, who do I want to win? If whoever plays Florida State, I'm the fan of that team. Whoever plays Georgia, I'm a fan of that team. Whoever plays Ohio State, I'm a fan of that team. That's like the 3 teams that I'm like, I just can't stand. So whoever's on that other side, I want them to win. Let's see. Strickland is getting fired to this coaching cycle. Now, I believe that Scott Strickland should have been fired a long time ago, first off. Scott Strickland has like pretty much ruined Florida athletics. I mean, it's not just, and everybody just looks at the football program. It's not just the football program. It is the basketball program. Y'all remember how good the Florida Gators were? I mean, check this guy out right here. Y'all remember this, dude? By the way, guy at work gave me this, and if y'all are Florida Gator fans, check that out right there. Signed autograph, Billy Donovan. If you're a Florida Gator fan, you know who that is, dude. I was actually pretty stoked whenever I got this. Guy at work. Appreciate it. Marty, thank you, buddy. Shout out to him. But Billy Donovan, man, was a really good coach. But those were the days, and it's just, I don't know what's going on since. I mean, I remember the 06, 08 era. Man, the Florida Gator basketball team, the baseball team, the football program. I mean, everything was good. Baseball's still up there. Baseball's still good, but you could, credit that to Sully. But really, Florida Gator athletics just has went downhill, especially with Strickland at the helm. It just is what it is. See, he calls the same 5 plays. Yeah. All right, let's see. We'll see what Anthony had to say. It must have been something. I just went ahead and clicked yes. Let's see. Our team left their cocks back at Gainesville and popped on their vaginas when they pulled up to Kentucky. What the fuck was this team and coaches? Anthony. And by the way, guys, y'all know, like, if y'all say anything, I'm gonna let it go. I don't, unless it's something like really bad. Like, there are some things. But if you go cuss or something like that, man, I'll approve the message. Sometimes the messages don't come up automatically. So, if you want to say something, let it out, man. Sometimes you gotta let it out. Ooh. I jammed my finger the other day. Man, I tell you what, though. Florida Gators should let me in this game. Like I said, guys, I got some video of me throwing the football. It don't look great, but, well, yeah, look better than these guys. Listen, y'all going to see me. I have like 3 things of drinks. Now I'm starting on Milo's Sweet Tea. Not a sponsor. I have to keep saying that. If y'all love sweet tea, Milo's is one of the best. Publix has one of the best sweet teas. It's getting to the point where I don't even want to talk about the game almost. I just want to talk about sweet tea. Sweet tea, I am very familiar with, okay? But Milo's is second. Publix sweet tea is like the best. I don't know why. Publix they do have some of the softest bread, as soft as this Florida Gator defense. Oh gosh, I shouldn't say that. Milo's has a 0-calorie one too, bro. Actually, man, I keep hearing good things about that. I might need to try that because this one's just the regular Milo's, dude. I love it. I got a jug sitting beside me. Let's go, James! Hey, man, you messaged me earlier. Where's my stream? Here it is. Mertz backed up the throw over the middle, and it's going to be caught. Andy Jeans, my receiver. Now, I tried to do something like Michael Jackson, but I ain't got nothing. Got to bring somebody out there to catch. There's the snap. Mertz hands it off to Montrell Johnson. Left side gets pushed out of bounds. 2 plays from the Florida Gator offense. And they're going to have to pretty much hurry this entire time because, I mean, who knows? They're going to have to steal a possession too. Bring Dan Mullen back to call plays. Let's see. I love the Milo 0-calorie tea. Yeah, I've heard good things. I probably need to get that. It's probably better. I mean, less sugar. And there's Mertz. Gets out of a sack. He's going to scramble, and he's going to slide down about 4 yards shy of the first down. Now across midfield, now in Kentucky territory. So gain of 6 on the play. I think they give him the slide. It'll be where his slide started. So, yeah, 2nd and 4. That's where I thought it was. There's Mertz. Hands it off to Montrell Johnson, who is wrapped up immediately in the backfield. 3rd down and about 6 because Johnson lost about 2 on the play. This is to me, this is 4-down territory. Montrell Johnson looks like he's hurt. This Kentucky defense is hurt. I mean, they're not doing anything like illegal or nothing. They're just a physical team, man. Cat's got our number today. Why is Johnson in and not ETN? This is absurd. Been calling for ETN. ETN is more shifty, man, especially you get him out in the open. Let's see. Mertz shotgun formation, 3rd and 5. So it looks like it was a loss of 1 on that play. Kentucky bringing some heat. They are bringing some. Mertz dropped. Not a sack. He was able to step up and gain of a couple on the play. 4th down. This is 4-down territory at this point. ETN is not the answer. I mean, it's about calls too. You're right. It's about the scheme. It's about, what are the Florida Gators doing offensively? We all know the Florida Gator offensive line is not very good either. So, let's see. The offensive line is soft. There's no reason to run the ball anymore. You know what I'd say? Get ETN in the game still, but you could give some swing passes. I mean, he can catch. Give him some wheel routes. There's nothing wrong with that. Give him a little rub route where he gets in the flats and just makes a man miss. Here we go, man in motion. Shotgun formation, ball at the 43-yard line. Kentucky bringing a little pressure. Mertz confused. Oh, he hands off to ETN. Oh, he shuffles it. Wow. ETN, there's your man. ETN down. Let's see if Mertz's knee was down. Mertz had no idea what to do on that play. He was just able to get it to his man. We're going to have to see if he stayed up. I think he did. Yeah, I believe he did. Oh, it's 100% luck because Mertz was absolutely, I don't know what he was doing. Mertz just was like going down. It was like, oh, here you go. He just threw it up. Which, hey, it's 4th down. Who cares? Just throw it up. Oh, I think he was up, though. I could be wrong. Yeah, I mean, listen, sometimes you take luck over good because that was not a good play design. Mertz had no idea what he was doing. He was just going down very slowly, unathletically. He was just like going down. He just looked like a building getting crushed, just going down so slow. He had a wide open receiver across the middle, though. That's what I'm saying, man. He's just like, he's confused. He's just like, he looked shades of Austin Appleby with this man. But thank goodness. Listen, Trevor Etienne, Johnny on the spot. I could just imagine what Trevor Etienne was telling him. Give it to me, dumbass. Beat by Kentucky 3 years in a row, someone just said. Game's not over, but whenever you're needing plays like that, when you're down 30-7, yeah, you almost could chalk it up. You know, you need some plays to keep you in the game. Man, oh man. I don't understand why it seems like we seem to have the same sequence of plays over and over and over and over and over again. James, it's a mystery to all of us. Got crosser routes, got just two wide receivers. If those two wide receivers are covered, they're pretty much done. It's just you always have that little Graham Mertz fake. That Mertz fake play action has got to be one of the worst because it's not even a good fake. Like, it's not a good sell. Like, he can't sell a good play action. So it's just what we're at right now. Did we get it not at home? Do we get it not at home? Yeah, we. We were the Florida Gators were at home last year with Kentucky, and Kentucky smacked them around. I'm tired of that play when the receiver goes in motion. Nobody's fooled by it. Man, my after game video is going to be insane, especially after I watch this game. I'm going to have to rewatch this crap. How many minutes are left? 7:30 left in the third quarter. I just want Florida to go three. That defense ain't getting them 3 and out. Not with Ray Davis running the ball. How many yards does he have now? 249 on the ground for Ray Davis. My God. Yeah, he was still up. A lucky play for Mertz. I mean, he's been absolutely pathetic today. Mertz. It hurts to see Mertz. The slowest, unathletic quarterback. I don't know. Florida's had some bad ones. And a reception touchdown. Yeah, you're right. For Ray Davis. Forgot about that one. Yeah, it was a 9-yard catch. All right, play action for Mertz. Mertz looking, going downfield. Wide open. Pearsall. And I believe it's going to be a touchdown. Mertz, the only way he could throw a touchdown is if somebody's wide open, and he almost overthrew them. Mertz acting like he's done something. You've done jack shit today. I think that's Ricky Pearsall's first catch. No, it's his third catch of the game. It's been a while since Mertz has targeted him because he can't see the field. Oh, no, it's all of it. It's the O-line. It's Mertz. He's terrible. Everyone thought he should go up for Heisman. That was pathetic. I've just never liked his tape coming out of Wisconsin. I don't see the infatuation with him that Billy Napier has of him. It's like, okay, oh yeah, he could do a play here and there. I'm just not impressed. He's not a guy that you want for 2 years. Like they're talking about, he's a junior, he can come back. Review. I don't know what the review was. It might not be. It might not be a touchdown, but it'll be like at the 1 or something. Yeah, look at Devin Leary's stats. Yeah, his stats, 6 of 15, 57 yards, 1 touchdown. I don't see why that's not a touchdown. Wide open Pearsall and Mertz it was still a bad throw. Threw it to him on a dot. It was a walk-in touchdown. At this point, if they ruled it a touchdown, it's a touchdown. Yeah, it stands. Are we bringing out this stupid-ass fucking cane? Stupid. Pathetic. Why go for 2? That's the Billy Napier. See, it was probably good there was a review so somebody could smack the shit out of Billy Napier saying, why are we going for 2, you moron? Because you go for 2, you miss it, you lose all momentum. This cuts into the lead. It makes it back to a 16-point lead for Kentucky if they make this kick, which Trey Smack. And the kick is up. Kick is good. 30-14. Kentucky still leads by 2 scores with 7:17 left in the third quarter. It's like we don't even have a D-line. Yeah, I mean, all this is for naught. I mean, luckily, Pearsall is wide open. You know, I mean, it's hard for Mertz to overthrow that. You know, I mean, I think that was a touchdown regardless anyways. Let's see. Let's see some scores. Penn State 20-10. Looks like Penn State's starting to run away with it. All right, let's see what the Florida Gator defense. I mean, they looked the same after the half. The announcer said a 2-possession game. What game are they watching? I mean, it's still 2 possessions because it's 16 points. Florida will have to go for 2 on the next 2 touchdowns if they stop Kentucky. And Kentucky would get the ball at the 25. If you had to hire a new head coach, who you hiring? See, this is the thing, and Muddy Waters, I appreciate you bringing that up. It's not real. It's not a head coach. They need an offensive coordinator. They need a passing game coordinator. They don't need, actually, they just need an offensive coordinator. Screw this run game coordinator or whatever it is, and passing game coordinator. They need an offensive coordinator to come in and fix everything with the Florida Gator offense. Let's see. Defense needs to stop. Well, let's see if they can get it. 1st and 10 for Kentucky. There's the snap. And, play action for Leary. Over the middle. Wide open. There's that soft zone from the Florida Gators. They're not even stacking the box. They're playing coverage, and there's a guy wide open. And I'm telling you guys, if Devin Leary gets into a rhythm, this is bad. This is bad for the Florida Gators. I mean, Florida Gators can score on offense every time, but it looks like Kentucky might do the same. Ray Davis in the backfield. Florida Gators, 5 down linemen, trying to stop that rushing attack of Davis, and he still lowers his shoulder and gets almost 3. I mean, Florida Gators stacked the box. I mean, what they were supposed to. And if he's still getting 2 and 3, I mean, he's got some leg power too. The DBs play too far off. They've been doing that for years now. I don't know why they play so far off. I mean, it's Devin Leary. He ain't beating you. Man, like I said, if I'm defense coordinator, I'm pressing these guys all game long. I'm getting the defensive backs up, and I am stacking the box. There's the snap. It looks like some flags on the play. Defense is actually celebrating the best play they've had all game is encroachment on the offense. That's the only thing they could hope for in this game is for Kentucky to screw it up themselves because the Florida Gator defense is not stopping anything. So illegal snap against Kentucky. Is this like the one mistake they've had all game? 2nd and 13. There's the snap. Leary hands it off to his man in the backfield. Davis stiff arms his way, gets about 4, gets the penalty yards back. R.J. Moten, the Michigan transfer, in on the tackle. 3rd down, and you know it's a passing down. 3rd and 9. Let's see what the Florida Gators can do in the secondary. Can they come up with a big stop? They don't need a turnover. They just need a 3rd down stop right here. 3rd and 9. Let's see if that penalty looms large for the Kentucky Wildcats. There's the snap. Leary looking, throwing over the middle, and dropped. Wow. Not good defense. The receiver just dropped the ball. Defense is still trash. I don't know what. The Kentucky receiver just dropped it. Wow. A lucky break for the Florida Gators. Yeah, that's just a straight drop. I will take it. The Florida Gators, they don't make a defensive stop. The Kentucky Wildcats stopped themselves. I'm not giving any kind of credit to the Florida Gator defense. They don't get no credit in this game because they've been absolutely pathetic. And there's the kick, and it's going to be ETN. ETN in open space and brought down. Now I can't tell what the yard line is. He got maybe 4-yard return. So I'm looking now. The Kentucky Wildcats know there's pressure, and you're gonna watch some heat coming from the Kentucky Wildcat defense. You watch and see. I think they've been playing with the Florida Gators for a little bit. Let's see. Imagine what the score would be if UK didn't have all these drops. You ain't lying. Because that was just a drop. I mean, it was right at the sticks. It counts. See, that's where in the Utah game people got, I guess, confused because it's like, oh, Florida Gator has some third down stops. No, the receivers were just dropping balls for Utah. And right there you see another drop that helps the Florida Gators. I will take it. But Florida Gators offense now with the pressure. See, now it's starting a little pressure on them because, you're down. It was 30-7 a bit ago, so 23. Not too much pressure. You can play relaxed. Now the game is getting tight. The Kentucky defense is going to start strapping it up and start bringing some pressure on Mertz because they want to bring pressure and rattle him. Watch for more blitzes from Kentucky. They're going to disguise the blitz, but watch for the Florida Gators. See if they can do something, especially maybe keep a running back or keep another tight end in the game to hold up for another second from the Kentucky Wildcats. But I'm watching for the Kentucky Wildcats to bring a little pressure right here because I've been noticing they've only been rushing 4, not really bringing a whole lot. I think they might bring 1, but you watch and see. They're going to start playing up. They're going to do what I think the Florida Gators should do. Play up on the corners. The corners come up on the receivers and linebacker blitzes. You're going to start seeing some disguised blitzes here in just a minute. That'll open up downfield, hopefully. I just don't know if the Florida Gators could throw it downfield unless there's a receiver wide open because I don't really trust Graham Mertz a whole lot. Let's see. Napier needs to hand that Waffle House menu to someone else and worry about being a head coach. We need an offensive coordinator bad. That's why you always notice that, head coaches who call plays, it just doesn't usually work out. If they get a touchdown, they should go for 2, make it 8 points. Yes. 1 possession, miss, or PAT, 9 points, 2 possession, regardless. Correct. And you got to thank Kentucky's offense. Like I said, right there on that drive, the drop pass by them and then the 5-yard penalty for illegal snap. Without that, they're probably still rolling down the field. So Florida Gators are going to have to get lucky, like with the Graham Mertz little shovel pass that happened. Lucky he's just unathletic, and he just falls to the ground. It takes him about 13 minutes to fall to the ground, so he was able to give it to ETN and do something with it. But this is where you're going to figure out because now the game's getting tight. Same thing what happened with Utah. That game got tight, and Utah offense, or the Florida Gator offense, just shut down, especially at the end. They had a shot there at the end. So, because this is kind of reminding me of the Utah game. Utah got out to a big first half, and they kind of just relied on their defense, not really doing anything on the offensive side in the second half. So, but both teams have traded touchdowns to start the second half. So we'll see. Game gets a little tight. Stadium's going to get louder. Let's see what Mertz and company could do. Ball at the 20-yard line. And there's the snap. Mertz looking for his man on the outside. That's going to be Andy Jean. About a 6-yard gain. Going to bring up 2nd and 4. An easy throw. Something that Mertz just needs to do is just easy completions. That's why he has a 77 completion percentage, because you just throw it short. 2nd and 4. Montrell Johnson back in the game. He limped off a little earlier. Man in motion. Here we go again. Low snap. And it's going to be out of the backfield, Montrell Johnson, gain of about maybe 2. He was slung forward. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Big down right here for the Florida Gators. Now, right now, I said the last drive was 4-down territory. Right here is not 4-down territory. If you get... No, it's too close. No, it's way too close. 3rd down and 2. Can the Florida Gator offensive line get a push? Are the Kentucky Wildcats going to bring pressure? There's the snap. Florida Gators trying to reach it with Johnson, but he doesn't get there. He's going to come up a little short. A little short. It looks like there might be a hurt player for Florida. And that's another... Oh, it's an offensive lineman for the Gators. Hey, let's burn as much clock as possible. Barber is hurt. Is that Austin Barber? So it's going to bring up 4th and 1. Austin Barber's hurt. I'm not comfortable with... but shit, I mean... You're too far down there. So I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, he stretched the ball out. Not how it works unless his knee was down. It looks like he was probably still short. But as soon as he brings that ball back, knee goes down, that's where it's down. It's not like breaking the plane of a touchdown. So Florida Gators are going for it. I mean, I don't know why you look at the wristband. If you're going that short, should be just a quarterback sneak. Go for it. It's 30-14. Yeah. I mean, at least try to get them to jump, I guess. Looks like Kentucky defense is probably going to try to pinch it. I mean, looks like ETN in the backfield. Okay. Oh, no. I think an offensive lineman moved. Oh, my goodness. A boneheaded play by the offensive line. He jumped. The Kentucky Wildcat defense came up, looked like they were bringing pressure, and the offensive line pissed down their leg and jumped off sides. Those same penalties that have been going for years and years. As soon as that... Oh, my goodness. You got to be kidding me. It was simultaneously. It looked like the linebacker was coming. The offensive lineman, if he stayed still, would not have been an issue. All he had to do was stay still. Gosh, dang it. There's the kick. And it's fielded at the 24. Billy Napier looks like, oh, look at this over here. No, how about you look at yourself, dumbass? And Kentucky, you know what they're going to do? Run the ball. It was simultaneous, Ben. If you go frame by frame, I saw the linebacker. The linebacker was coming. I don't know why the offensive lineman stood up. I think he just got shocked or something. But if that offensive lineman did not move, one never called it. You got to stay still. You got to stay still. There's the snap. There's the handoff. And Davis just looking for some room. Gain of about close to 4 on the play. Let's see. Why are you wasting your time? As you know, Gators suck. That's not nice. That's not nice. I mean, they're getting the shit beat out of them today, but you know. Billy has no fire about him, and it shows with this team. Let's see. You can just tell Kentucky's like, we got a 2-possession lead. They're gonna have to go for 2 every time, even if they score. We're just going. Oh, Leary tosses it to his man to the outside. And gain of about 3 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3 for the Wildcats. Let's see. USC 41, Colorado 14. Man, USC. Caleb Williams, my God. 320 yards, 5 touchdowns. I mean, it's easy to throw that on Colorado defense. So I really would have thought Colorado put up more points offensively, though, because that USC defense is terrible. 3rd and 4. There's the snap, and it looks like it was deflected. Hey, a play by a Florida Gator defensive player. You don't see that a whole lot in this game. So sometimes you get shocked. But with Devin Leary throwing, it doesn't shock me. But there was 2 guys wide open. Thank goodness for a deflection. Yeah, thank goodness. Thank goodness for a deflection. Because there was 2 guys wide open. That's the Austin Armstrong specialty. Leave guys wide open today. Run game and pass game. There's the snap. There's the kick. Looks like Florida rushed a lot of guys. And it's going to take a big Kentucky Wildcat bounce. And it's going to be inside the 15, down at around the 12. That's where the Florida Gator offense will have it, 1st and 10. With 1:10 left in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, you don't see that a whole lot ever. I mean, I'll take a great defensive play. It was a blitz. It was a disguised blitz. He wasn't going to get there, but he just jumped up and made a play. That's the difference between a good quarterback and a terrible quarterback like Leary. Because a lot of times you could actually just step to the side and baseball throw it. But thank goodness it's Devin Leary at quarterback. Let's see what the offense can do right here. Pistol set. There's the snap. We're just going to hand it off. Let defensive players come in the backfield. And it's going to be 2nd down. I don't know why I'm surprised. That was there. Let a defensive player come in the backfield. I cracked myself up. The pistol run game again. That's why I'm not surprised. Like, I don't know. Like, I want to broadcast. I want to be a really good play-by-play caller for the Florida Gators. It is hard. It is hard. Let's see shotgun formation. There's the snap. And Mert's going to do a play action. And he's going to get it to his man wide open. That's going to be Andy Jean going backwards for some reason. But he gets close to the 1st down. It's going to bring up 3rd and short. And it looks like that might be the end of the 3rd quarter. It looks like it took Mertz everything to throw that ball. There ain't no arm talent with this man. He's just like he's throwing a boulder every time he throws it. End of the 3rd quarter, it's still a 16-point lead for Kentucky. They're doing what they want to do, is just control the game. You know, I think it's making the Florida Gators, like me, like, you know, I should be like, oh man, the Florida Gators scored it, you know. Well, so did Kentucky. It's still a 16-point game. You knew once the game gets a little closer, the Kentucky Wildcat defense was going to step up, and they have in this game, in the 2nd half. So, Shamar James could have had an interception on that deflection. That would have been tough. Devin Leary, man, I don't. See, Kentucky has a really good defense. Think about if they had a good quarterback, man. I mean, just a good, capable quarterback. Like, dude, I would call for them beating Georgia, but they just don't have a quarterback. You know, I mean, Devin Leary, I thought, man, he was a lot better at NC State. You know, it just, you could call the plays before they run them. We're lining up in the pistol. A run is habitable. James, it is. What can you do? We're just fans. We sit here. Florida Gators take our money when we buy their merchandise. What I say, if you really want to hit Florida and hurt them, stop buying their merchandise on the website. Stop buying on Fanatics. Don't buy people's stuff who ain't performing, because the money's still coming in to them. That's all they care about. Too bad comments. I got water on my phone. Whoops. Okay, I was just reading it and I was like, run is habitable, and I was like, okay, I was still saying it. Oh man, Marty! Marty! What's up, Marty? Brandon Clark, next season is going to be ugly for the Gators. Let me tell you something, Brandon. The Florida Gators got a very, very tough schedule next year. It's very tough. You know, when we heard Austin Simmons' dad talk about it, the Florida Gators have a tough schedule. He didn't want his son going there, because whoever's coming in at the quarterback is probably going to have a good chance of getting the starter position because Graham Mertz is a junior, but let's be honest, he's not the guy. He's not the guy. But a lot could change in 15 minutes. You're right. It also could change the other way, too. But, yep, and Florida Gators have a big 3rd and 1 to keep the drive alive. We'll see. This game just reminds me of the Utah game so much. But, I mean, the Kentucky Wildcats are winning in just about every category that you see. I mean, other than the quarterback position, which neither one of them very good, if you look at it, the Kentucky defense is better than the Florida Gators. Their special teams is better. Their offensive line is way better. It's just Kentucky making mistakes in the second half that's really kept this game a 2-score game. So instead of a blowout, we should have a walkout and have almost no one at the game send the message, we're sick of this. Yeah, because, guys, this is Kentucky. Listen, Kentucky is a good defense, not a very good offense. The Florida Gators got a tough schedule coming up. South Carolina's got a dang good offense. They don't have a good offensive line, but Spencer Rattler's throwing that thing. Here we go. 3rd and 1. Is it going to be a quarterback sneak? Looks like Mertz is going to just be, up the middle. Mertz, his best play of the game, because it hurts to see Mertz throw. I'm bringing that back. I mean, okay, do a run, take your time. It's fine. They got plenty of time. Get it together, James. You're still in this fight, lit. Easy money. Yeah, I saw that all the way. I was like, well, empty backfield. I could tell they're going to do a quarterback sneak. That was too easy. There's a snap. Mert's going to toss it to his man on the outside. That's going to be Andy Jean, who's getting a lot of reps in this game with Caleb Douglas going out. I really like Andy Jean's upside. Andy Jean's going to have to I could tell he's got a little bit of an attitude with him, especially these Gators or the Kentucky Wildcats are trying to get in his head a little bit. And let's see. There's Kentucky, 3 down linemen. And it looks like they're bringing a little pressure. And they are going to almost wrap up ETN, but he is so nifty. That's something Montrell Johnson can't do is get out of those tackles. He breaks 2 tackles, and he gets out of bounds for a first down. The Florida Gators get a fresh set of downs. Look at this. 1. Well, that wasn't really 1, but you can't arm tackle him, man. ETN, I don't really like the run plays because it's like, or especially them, it's like, guys, we're down 2 scores in Kentucky's offense. They could run it down your throat right now. There's the snap. Mertz. And it looks like he's getting chased. Harassed! Mertz! It hurts to see him back there at the quarterback position. He takes a lazy sack. That was just all of Mertz. I mean, my goodness. Jesus. He just runs into that sack for a huge loss on the play. I mean, the defender gets by a double team, but Mertz just running right by him, running with him, and just goes into a sack. That's what you have with an unathletic quarterback. That's the problems you're going to have. 2nd and 23 where the Florida Gator offense does not want to be, and looks like we have a timeout. Let's go ahead and use those timeouts now. Oh, it's Kentucky timeout. I guess they want to celebrate on them. Oh, my goodness. He just run it. Like, this is where, like I said, the game starts to shrink. So does the offense. Yeah, this dude plays like a high school quarterback. I mean, he's just, they were like, oh, his top speed was like something. It's like, it's not the top speed. Like, anybody you get them going, they're going to have some speed. This guy, it looks like a horse collar if I've seen one. No, it was on the back of his jersey. That is not a horse collar. No, that's just Graham Mertz being unathletic. because he pulled on the back of your jersey. You could pull that all day. And he grabbed him on this side. Unless you grab him on the inside of his shoulder pad. No. Like I said, I'm a Florida Gator fan. I'm looking at it. No. Graham Mertz is just out there running. I don't know what he's doing. Sometimes you just got to get it out of your hands. Live another day. Could have been 2nd and 10, but it's 2nd and 13. There's the snap. Mertz running right side. Going to throw it to his man. That's going to be ETN. Ball pops out, but it's going out of bounds. Going to bring up 3rd down in about 9, I think. So gain of about 14 on the play. So now the crowd's getting louder. Clock's still moving. 12:20 left in this ball game. 3rd down and 9, not where the Florida Gators want to be. They get a big chunk play on 2nd down. Yeah, the O-line is bad. No, yeah, the O-line is bad. It looks like Kentucky bringing some pressure. They're going to run it with ETN. The only thing I could think with that is they're definitely going for it on 4th down. But I think they were hoping for more yards. But the clock keeps moving. Oh my, pistol run play. And ETN goes out the game. 4th and 4. Do I think the Florida Gators? No, because this is the play calls that they do. This is the play calls that I'm used to. 4th and 4. Huge play in the game for the Gators. There's the snap. Mertz looking to throw. Pressure. And he doesn't get there. Mertz, the check down king, because he can't throw it downfield because he's sorry. My God. My goodness. Mertz, you check down garbage quarterback. Throws it not even to the sticks. He is trash. This offense is trashed by Billy Napier. My God. He's a full yard short. You throw it to the sticks on 4th down. You simpletons. Nah, golly, Graham Mertz got the shit knocked out of him. And you deserved it for being that fucking dumb. Dude, let's see. Somebody said Billy Cap's worst play on my 7-year-old nephew on Madden. Dude, I'm telling you, a 7-year-old playing Madden can call way better than this, Lit. This is terrible. Oh, and here we go. Kentucky. Ray Davis just dicing, slicing like he's Emerald Lagasse or Gordon Ramsay through this Florida Gator defense. Dude, I'm telling you, it's just... they're the same team. It's just bad. I'm done. Napier, or somebody said, Napier's seat better be as hot as hell. This shit. Fuck this shit. Sorry for the language. This is horrible. Hey, man. I understand. I mean, you hear me. 2nd and 5. The Kentucky Wildcats, I don't even think they're going to throw this ball ever in this game again. It is going to be a heavy dose of Davis. Davis up the middle. 1st down. Missed tackle. Missed tackle. Missed tackle. Pathetic. And the Florida Gator defense is getting absolutely embarrassed by a one-man show. Ray, that man Davis, all day long. He is on the verge of getting a 300 rushing yard game. If you want to win Heisman, play the Florida Gators. Jesus. Jesus. Calling the D Swiss cheese. Let's see. Here we go. Davis cuts it to the middle, and that's a win for the Gators because he only gets 2 on the play. Calling the D Swiss cheese is an insult to both the Swiss and the cheese, my brain. That's pretty funny. He didn't even run a draw, dude. Dude, this Ray Davis, my God. Listen, I like ETN. Don't get me wrong. This Ray Davis has made an impression on me. How he moves, man. He moves pretty good. He moves pretty damn good. Never seen this guy play, but I'm going to have to watch him going forward. 2nd down and 8. I wouldn't give a shit if I'm Kentucky. I'm running the ball down the Gators' throats right now. There's the snap. And it's 100% a run. It looked like it was a kind of a bobble. 1 yard gain on the left side. The Gators are just stacking the line, trying to stop Ray Davis. Ball at the 30-yard line. So it's going to bring up third and about 7. Kentucky rolled us in a blunt today. Well, I'm going to say it. I don't say this. Sunbelt's Billy for sure. Oh, man. Even Florida Gator fans are starting to call him Sunbelt Billy. I mean, Kentucky is just play. I mean, they play good. All right. And Kentucky, I mean, they're 8:44. They know the Florida Gator offense has struggled. They're not trying to do anything stupid. 3rd and 7, Kentucky's going to run it. I'm calling it. No, they're going to do a wide receiver screen and still barely able to wrap them up. My God. How long does it take one guy to tackle a guy? Jesus, what's up? What's up with the strength and conditioning from the Florida Gators? They can't even bring a guy down. He almost broke it. It took 13 Florida Gators on defense to get him. And they only played with 11. 4th and 10, so loss of 3 on the play. Oh, they're going to field goal kick it. Okay. They must have a good kicker, I guess. I mean, this will make it a 3-possession game and pretty much game over, but, I mean, I don't see, even if he misses it. 50-yard attempt. There's the snap. There's the kick. End over end. Down the middle. It is good. 3-possession game. You can put a fork probably in the Gators at this point. 33-14. Kentucky with a 19-point lead. How did we come to this point? There's a lot. That was a confident kicker right there. This dude kicked it, did the fist pump. That was pretty cool. I like that. Listen, sometimes you got to give props to the other team, like Ray Davis. That kicker kicked it, said, good. He was like that Prince or Charlie Murphy. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the Dave Chappelle skit. Good. That kicker just kicked it, said, good. Blake, what's Billy's record at Florida win on the road? 1-10? I don't know. 1-8, 1-9. I don't know. He beat one team. That's it. Unless defense scores. Let's see. From Kempo Karate, we suck. Age plays a factor from Just in Time. Yeah. Oh, it's really it's a little to a lot is his record on the road. I'm actually glad we are getting exposed so all these bloggers can stop with this fraudulent hype. Yeah, man, they were trying to hype up everything like, oh, Mertz is this, so this offense is great. It's starting to come in. Mertz is throwing 77%. No. Dude. It's bad. This is not the Sun Belt. Nope. This guy's playbook is terrible. We've been calling him for it for 2 years, dude. They're Smokey. You know that. Will Florida start looking to fire Napier? Nope. Will it still depend on the recruiting class? Yes. Billy got that playbook from Waterboy. Stop making fun of me. Are you talking about that Waterboy or the Florida Gators Waterboy? It's very hard to watch other football games when your team is getting embarrassed. Yeah, it is. The Mud Dog playbook. Wait, we're going to go buy boots and go high heel. If Billy doesn't get an OC, he's done, and I've been a Billy supporter. Daniel Alexander, you know, and I've been noticing that a lot of Billy Napier supporters, which y'all know me, I had my doubts about them, and it's really high now. But the Billy Napier supporters are starting to get to the point where they're like, all right, this guy sucks. I think, and I've kind of heard that Billy Napier in the offseason is looking for an offensive coordinator so he can control all 3 parts of the game or whatever it is, or so he can oversee everything. And that would be the best move he will ever make at the University of Florida. He has to have someone at the control other than himself, offensive play calling. He wants the control. Well, he sucks at it, okay? and he sucks at picking quarterbacks too. Jack Miller hasn't worked out. Graham Mertz, you can give me all that shitty stats, the 77% completion percentage. It was watered down in my opinion. You know, when you're not playing anybody and whenever you're just throwing the ball 2 yards to your receivers. It doesn't work like that. When you need a quarterback to throw it downfield and towards a defense, he can't get it done. We've seen that. So, and now, he'll probably, now watch this. Graham Mertz in 744, 3-possession game. See, watch this. You're going to see a different Florida Gator offense now. You're going to see this team go everywhere. They're going to be relaxed. They're going to be, oh man, they're going to be so good. They're going to be, oh, we're going to go right down the field. Because Kentucky's going to play off probably anyways and just let them eat the clock. So, well, maybe if Strickland didn't put in Napier's contract that he would get 50% of his buyout in 2 weeks, this would be way easier. Yeah, I just don't, and that's another thing. It's just not going to happen. I don't see the Florida Gators getting rid of Napier. Not for the next 2 years. He's had 1 year, and oh my God. Thank goodness there was a false start against the Gators because Graham Mertz was about to be absolutely pummeled. To see this is sad. The play calling needs to be called out immediately by someone, and we are too soft. We need a quarterback, simple as that. Why did anyone think Mertz would be the answer? I'm lost. I never said Mertz was the answer. I got ridiculed for saying he wasn't going to be the answer, and I think people are starting to become on my side now, especially with Billy Napier. I said, I don't like my head coach calling offensive plays. People got me on that. I think people stopped getting me on that because I think they realized, well, that comes to fruition, and it's becoming true. And here's Montrell Johnson over the middle. Or to the right side. Gain of about 7 on the play. Why not a false start? But yeah, let's see, Daniel Alexander. It's not like we don't have offensive weapons. You're absolutely right. We should be able to score more than 14 points. You were absolutely right. But this Kentucky Wildcat defense is pretty good. But watch this, guys. You're going to see a different, oh goodness. Mertz rolls out to his right, throws it to his man, Montrell Johnson. See, now you're seeing the offense. Now you're seeing the offense starting to, oh, we got 2 first downs. Oh, man, we're looking good because the pressure's off. So, oh, yeah, you could play just like with Utah. You could play very good offense whenever the game's out of reach now. Blake, what percentage of Mertz throws are between 1 and 10 yards? 99.9%. And Mertz running and stiff arms, tosses it to his man. Nice catch by Montrell Johnson. For a big whopping loss of -1 yards. Oh, goodness. Should just dropped it. Let's see. Calling dumb shit, Smokey. Oh. And Mertz back to throw. Throwing to the side and got his man Khalil Jackson. You see, this is where, Kentucky's playing off. I saw this coming. This is where Mertz stats look so good. Oh, man. Garbage time is whenever he's electric. Oh, man, he's great. He's a great garbage time. He's like a former Jacksonville Jaguar quarterback that I used to know who was garbage time Blake Bortles. That's who he reminds me of as well. Ball at midfield. Mertz looking to throw. Going to toss it to his man to the outside. He's going to be slung down by a Kentucky defensive player. And clock's just going to keep rolling. Don't really give a shit, really. Put Max Brown in. I would like to see that. O-line needs serious building. It does. Yes, put Max Brown in. We have nothing to lose. Really don't. 2nd and 6 for the Gators. Mertz play action. Actually, you know what? I mean, they may think you're going to run it. And look at this check down. The check down king Mertz. Because it hurts to see Mertz throw. And Florida just getting mad. They're going to probably fight again. Get suspended in this game, you dumbasses. I'm not going to try to lie. Let's try Max Brown. Blake, what do you think about Florida's strength and conditioning, particularly defensive front 7? I mean, I really thought the strength of the Florida Gators was their defensive line throughout the season or even before preseason. But, man, this Kentucky, oh, man, these offensive linemen are just terrible. They're terrible. My God. I bet Max would let it fly. Let's do it. Let's bring him. Bring in Max Brown. What can Brown do for you? Why not? I got to watch Check Down King Mertz. Let's check it down. Check it. Mertz sucks. We called it whenever. Man, I remember I was up at midnight. And I saw my phone flash on Twitter. It said the Florida Gators sign get a transfer from Wisconsin, quarterback Graham Mertz. I was like, this must be like a depth guy. I was like, because Wisconsin wasn't very good, and I was like, all right, let me go look at this guy. No, I mean he didn't look great. I was like, man, he looks all right. I was like, but as a backup maybe. And I was like, well, Jack Miller kind of sucks. It's like, really don't like him. I was like, Florida's got to go after another quarterback, right? After the spring game, I was like, okay, they're going to go after another quarterback. They never did. Kentucky D-line did look huge. They look fast. I said it. I said, man, the Kentucky Wildcat defense is pretty good. I have no confidence in this team against Vanderbilt. Ooh. The refs suck. The refs may suck, but do not blame this on the refs. Do not blame this game on the refs. Florida Gators are lucky it's only a 19-point game. Short passes, what the hell? That's what Kentucky, like I said, this is where Mertz's stats look good. Let's pull up his stats. I bet. Oh, his numbers look great. Look at his numbers, baby. Look at his numbers. Let's get those numbers up. 24, 29. Oh, God, they look good. Man, I remember people harping on him. He's so efficient. Efficiently sucks because he is checked down Mertz. You mean to tell me 24 of 29 for 235? Listen, you look at those stats. Oh, my God. He lit it up. No, he didn't. Okay. His QBR is probably a 15 because that's his jersey number. Let's see. We suck at away games. Definitely do. I can't post anything bad about Billy without the Billy Knights swarming in to defend him and tell me how I'm not a true Gator fan. Let me tell you something. I don't care about that. Okay. Because I was very, very outgoing with my thoughts on Dan Mullen. And I still believe he should have been fired as the head coach. Okay. Because recruiting is the biggest thing in college football, and he just stopped. Okay, he just had to be fired. Whenever the Florida Gators were looking for another coach, I never even thought Billy Napier would really get a shot. I heard his name, but I was like, well, they're going to get somebody else out of a bigger conference, more established. It's the Florida Gators. They got to get somebody more established. Look at all these other teams. I mean, other teams that they went after like Hugh Freeze. You know, it's like some bigger names had a little bit of baggage with them, but. You know, I mean, they've been established. They've been in the SEC. They've been in Power 5 conferences in coaching. This guy never did. And it's like, this is all the Florida Gators could get? No, that's who they wanted. So, retire 15. Yeah, Graham Mertz should have never had 15. It's embarrassing that he had 15. It's just disrespectful to Tim Tebow. Let's see, Mertz run into that sack. His numbers look good, though, guys. I never liked the Billy Napier hire from day one. I got ridiculed for that, Kempo, though. I got ridiculed bad. Like, I was like, I'm not. It's a roll the dice hire. Oh, my God. I said roll the dice hire. People went after me, like, bad. It's not a roll the dice hire. Billy Napier's the man. I'm like, is he? 3rd and 11 from the Gators. Mertz looking. Kentucky only rushing 4. Hands it off to ETN. I don't want to see that. I do not want to see somebody going after. I mean, it's an open field tackle, but hitting ETN's knees like that, ow, gets absolutely hit hard. 4th down and 2 on the Kentucky 42-yard line. Here's the snap. Gonna run it with ETN. Wow, what a great play call right there, guys. Can you guess what happened? A loss on the play. Loss on the play. Florida Gators turn it over in Kentucky's territory. The Florida Gators, I don't think they can be more pathetic right now. I really don't. I really don't. The comments are going to go off on that play. Oh, my God. 4:02, you're down 3 scores. You're going to run the ball. You're going to run the ball. But Graham Mertz's stats look good, don't they, guys? Oh, man. His stats look good. Oh, man. His stats look good, though. Let's get those Graham Mertz stats. What was he today? 70-something% completion percentage? So stats look good, baby. Yeah, I like that. Let's get those stats up, make them look good. I wanted Bob Stoops. I would have liked that. I just don't think he would have ever came to Florida. Gators taking a whooping. Not. Somebody said you're a dumb. No, well, might be dumb. Some people are simpletons, so. I wanted Sam Hartman. I wanted Sam Hartman bad. I don't know why somebody's calling me dumb whenever it's happening, and like some people just, yeah, I get there's people with different set of opinions, but whenever they're so out there, whenever somebody just doesn't want to agree that their point of the Florida Gators is just so dynamic, regardless, even if they're getting curb stomped or even skull dragged. No, the Florida Gators, you can't talk anything bad about the Florida Gators. So who's OC going to be? I have no idea. Napier has until next year. You know, I said 4 years. It may take a third year. I want Lagway to start immediately next year. Yeah, I think that's going to happen. I think that's going to happen. Let's see. A lot of people fire Billy Napier. I just don't see that happening. And I will talk shit about him until he gets his shit straight. There's no way the Florida Gators are going to fire Billy Napier. Not only did they have a big buyout contract with Dan Mullen, they got even bigger with Billy Napier. It's only his second year. He's got to bring in. They're going to let him bring in a full recruiting class, see how it is. But let me tell you something: a recruiting class is not going to save his ass from these play calls. That's all I'm going to say. He's not getting fired. Yep, that's what I mean. Unfortunately, I'm not going to say unfortunately. Get rid of one offensive line coach, get an OC, and a special teams coach. Boom. There you go, Zachary Lopez. You said it just like everybody else would say it. Who do we hire if we fire Napier? That's it. I haven't even looked because I don't think that's in discussion. I don't think they're going to fire him. Economically, it won't make sense. That's what it just doesn't. I might have not have been the biggest Billy Napier fan. I'm still not. But I'm telling you right now, they are not firing him. They are not. Not after 2 years. Because you've already went through so many coaches so quick. You gotta give someone some time. And if they think Billy Napier is that guy, they're gonna give him at least 4 years. And it'll be his third year next year. There's the snap. Let's see, Ray Davis gonna cut it to the outside. Ooh. And that's going to be a personal foul face mask on Cam Jackson. Let's go add insult to injury. I mean, he didn't even let it go. That was blatant face mask. What about Duke and Kansas head coaches? I just don't see it. I mean, unless you want to talk about offensive coordinator, but they're not going to leave a head coaching job for offensive coordinator position. You could go for Jimbo Fisher as an OC after he gets fired. I just don't see it, guys. I really don't. And after the personal foul face mask, as I figured it would, Kentucky gets another first down and 10. They're leading 33-14. To be honest, the game score doesn't really reflect of how bad this game was. I felt like when it got to a 16-point game, you can see Kentucky was like, all right, let's go after them. Let's just beat the shit out of them. Beat the shit out of them. Hey, can y'all guess what Kentucky's going to run right here? A run play. What they should. I guess Florida was trying to take a page out of Kentucky's playbook. They're like, well, let's run the ball like they are. I mean, it's working for them, right? Florida's like, well, it works for Kentucky. It should work for us, guys. See, all right, I'm turning it off. I understand. No emotion for Billy per usual. Dan Mullen was getting turned on during halftime. RIP to Billy's lifestyle down in Gainesville. Also, this is no joke. I really fear for his wife and kids. Fans are going to be brutal with everyone. Yeah. Now, I get to the point where, like, yes, I am a fan of the Florida Gators. I am never, ever going that far. I will talk my shit, okay? I will talk my shit, give my opinions. I'm never going after anybody saying, I'm going to do this. Oh, Kentucky gashing the Gator defense! Down the sideline, still in bounds, and finally brought down after some horrible tackling from this same Florida Gator defense that I saw last year. Just shit tackling. First and goal. Gotta call it, guys. Gotta call it. Ding, ding, ding. This is a knockout. This is a knockout punch right here. Knockout punch. Yeah, Billy's going to have it coming after this one. Now, now, listen, that's the thing. Go after Billy Napier, go after him, or just, hey, what the hell is going on? Why are you running it on 4th and 2 and then you're down 3 scores, all this kind of shit? But threatening someone or something like that, just, I think that's just crazy in my opinion. I think that's just on another level. Getting blown out by Kentucky. Yep. Oh, just wait. Once this game's over, I know a bunch of people are going to start tuning in. Hearing my after game, which y'all been hearing it pretty much. I mean, we knew this game was over. Once that 50-yard field goal was kicked, we knew the game was over. Well, I knew the game was over in the first half. I'm not talking to my brother after this game. He is going to be so upset until next week. Yeah. A game like this kind of gets you down. Hey, the Florida Gator defense coming up strong. 3rd and goal. Yeah. They're running it, guys. You know they are. What happened to the 77 completion merch? This is why I wanted Hartman. Oh man, get those stats up though. He's 20. Oh, he's 25 and 30, guys. He's got his stats now. Oh man, they look good. Look good, baby. Oh man, those stats look great. 25 and 30, Mertz. So good. First round quarterback, Heisman Trophy finalist. Oh yeah, he looks good though. Mertz got them stats. All right, there's the pitch. Wide side, Kentucky's running back still up to the 5-yard line, so it's going to bring up 4th and goal. And I doubt Kentucky runs another play unless they just want to be a dick. Hey, we saw Tennessee do it, but it looks like Kentucky, yeah, they're going to say, we beat the shit out of you. We don't care. The score does not reflect what this game was. The Florida Gators got absolutely destroyed. They got embarrassed on the road by the Kentucky Wildcats, who have now beaten the Florida Gators 3 years in a row. How pathetic. Kentucky is just a better team than the Florida Gators. UGA fan Blake. Hey, what's up? I wanted UF to win. Yeah. UF came out without motivation. Both the defense and offense look terrible. The worst part of this team is the special teams. We need to get a special teams coordinator. I'm tired of it. Yeah, Alex, they have the game changer coordinator, whatever it is. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. But, yeah. I'm not shocked. You know, I mean, Kentucky's beating the shit. You know, they beat Florida past 2 years. And they deserve to win today. I mean, Ray Davis, my goodness. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, if you want to win the Heisman, or you want to put your name in the Heisman running, play the Florida Gators. SEC East is far from over. Yeah. But we got stuff we need to fix. Everything. Everything needs to be fixed. Hey, but guys, Graham Mertz's stats look good, though, don't they? Oh, man. I want to hear that all week again. Mertz, 77% completion percentage. Oh, man, he's so good. Oh, yeah, he's check down king, all right. Austin Appleby 2.0. Oh, man, looks so good. Oh. See what we got right here. Stats. Dude, we lost to a quarterback who went 9 of 20 for 69 yards. We got 69, okay? And not even a good one. More like 68. 1 touchdown. I mean, Mertz, I mean, Leary. I mean, of course, the biggest thing is Kentucky's rushing 36 times, 329 yards, a 9.1 yard per carry average, 3 touchdowns. Most of that was due because of Ray Davis. 26 carries, 280 yards, a 10.8 yard per carry average. Absolutely destroying the Florida Gator defense. 3 touchdowns. His longest run was 75 yards. The Kentucky Wildcats were the better team, the better coach team. They were the better. You could just tell those guys play for their head coach, Mark Stoops. And it was a pathetic and embarrassing performance by Billy Napier and the Florida Gators yet again. We've seen 2 games this year. Utah, really, if you want to say Chattanooga, or I say Chattanooga, Charlotte was really a pathetic performance. And then now this game. This is probably the worst out of all the games this year the Florida Gators have played pathetic. Leary was just a bystander. Leary was just the guy, like he is 100%. I don't even know if you call him a game manager. He's just the guy Just get the snap and just give it to the guy in the backfield. My God, just think if Kentucky had a good quarter. So you put Spencer Rattler with this Kentucky team, they're putting 80 on Florida. I mean, one of the worst defensive games I've ever seen from the Florida Gators. Of course, I'm getting a lot of messages and stuff from people, so I have to respond that on my phone. So that's gonna be fun. I'm probably not welcome after this comment, but I'm an FSU fan. But today I was rooting for y'all. Hey, I've agreed with you the whole game. I'm frustrated for y'all. This is a bad scheme on offense. It's just terrible, man. You're not getting. I don't know why they're commenting. Ain't nothing wrong with me. They don't bother me, other than the FSU fan. Other than the FSU fan. But you know, it is what it is. I mean, we all see it, guys. We've seen it for now 2 years of the play calling that Billy Napier has brought. And it looks like someone just said it earlier. You know, it's like you win a game you weren't supposed to, then all of a sudden it just goes down here. Oh, it goes downhill. Let's see, refs in here talk about refs. I am not talking about refs. Refs can make a bad call here and there. They can have a stamp on a game. No way in hell am I blaming that. I can't blame a damn ref whenever offensive linemen for the Kentucky Wildcats are absolutely manhandling, not holding, manhandling the Florida Gator front, and Princely you not doing a damn thing, and the Florida Gator defensive line had no answer for that offensive line. There ain't no refs. That's just on the defense. That's Austin Armstrong, who everybody said they wanted a lifetime contract for him. I wonder if they still feel like that. I never did. But Austin Armstrong is he's all right. I mean, he brings some fire. He brings a little bit. He actually, I like how he disguises some of his blitzes here and there, but he's not all world or whatever everybody's wanting from him. Austin Armstrong's a little bit of a fraud, in my opinion. I mean, you give up 280 yards to one guy, I don't care what defense coordinator, they're getting flack for that. Okay, you're going to be embarrassed by that performance, and you should, and you really didn't stop. I mean, he had 200 yards in the first half. He had 80 in the second, and I thought he could get to 300. I still didn't think he got to 4, but I mean, you really didn't even stop him. I mean, in the second half, I mean, he just lowered his average per carry, and we all knew he was going to run the ball, and they still had a problem. They still had a problem stopping him. Let's see, Blake, what do we have to do to be good? Like, we get a coach that can recruit, but now we have other problems. And I think that's where it needs to be fixed. If you get a coach that can recruit, I give Billy Napier a lot of shit about a lot of stuff. Recruiting, he is very good at. If he can get him an established offensive coordinator, not some no-name idiot or no-name from from freaking, what is it, Sun Belt. You get someone established, you bring him in, and you get this offense rolling, man, it'll help out the defense. The defense don't have to stay on the field for as long. You know, if you just bring in someone and just, you as the head coach, just oversee everything. Bring in a special teams coordinator. Cut down to one offensive lineman. You don't need 50,000 coaches. It's not working, okay? So that's my thing. But let's get an OC and special teams coordinator. And I think that's what we're all looking at. That's all we're asking for, guys. You know, but this Ray Davis, man, he was something. He was special today. This guy was special. Did the Florida Gators make him look special? Probably. But Jesus, he's good. He was good. And by the way, it looks like High Top, it just popped up on the thing. High Top, he's got a vent call-in show. So I wish I would have done the call-in thing. But he does it really good. I don't have that. I just let people comment. I just read it. That's probably why it's all over the place too. So many coaches. I think it is. You know, when you have that many coaches, it's just like, okay, you got one, you know, these players are listening to this coach, and then like an offensive lineman coach. Well, okay, I was just listening to this coach. He said something totally different. Wait a minute. Are you trying to do zone blocking, man blocking? What are we doing right now? And it's just, you're getting confused with all these coaches, and it may be too many mouths, and the ears are just, I mean, they're taking in everything, but it could be confusing to them. Billy Napier is the worst hire in Gator history. Never have taken an ass whipping from Kentucky like this, even when we had other terrible coaches in the past. There's going to be a lot of explaining to do. For a defense to get ran over like that in the SEC is sad for not only the Gators, but Division I football. LOL. Yep. The Vatican. What's up, buddy? I know I've been reading some of your comments. Let's see from Briley. Florida ain't hiring anybody worthwhile until December. Just going to go through another off season and give Napier a third year. I really don't see the fan base getting on board with that. The fan base would not be on board with it, but it has to. It just has to. It's just the money and everything else. It's just, it has to. You know, I thought this would be, I didn't think anybody would score 30. I did not think Kentucky would score 30. You tell me a quarterback goes 9 of 20, 69 yards, 1 touchdown, no defensive touchdowns, and they score over 30? You got your ass whooped. I mean, you got your ass whooped. Let's point blank and simple. I mean, coming from a Florida Gator fan, credit to Kentucky. Listen, credit to Kentucky because, yes, their throwing game wasn't working. Devin Leary, I don't know what's up with him, but, I mean, he was better at NC State. But credit to Kentucky. They punched the Florida Gators in the mouth. They went their 12 rounds, and it was unanimous. Florida Gators never won a round. So hats off to Kentucky. If you're a Kentucky fan, I'm not blaming anything. You won. The Florida Gators are a terrible road team, but the Kentucky Wildcats won that game. No excuses. The Kentucky Wildcats were just a way better team today. And it's terrible. It is absolutely terrible. Golly, guys. Colorado even put up a fight. Did they? Heck, they're 4th and 5 on the USC 47. Hey, they're down 2 touchdowns. I mean, yeah. They got to fix that before Georgia. They got to fix a lot. They got to fix a lot before then. Yeah. Golly. It's just, I don't know. I can't wait until LSU and Georgia. There you go. That Charlotte game had me concerned for this game. That's why I didn't, even when I made my pre-game video of this game, I didn't pick a winner because I wasn't confident, and I did not want to pick Florida, but I didn't have much trust in them after that Charlotte game. I was like, man, I don't know if they took them serious or Charlotte figured out something of the Florida Gators offense. Yeah, you put the game in Graham Mertz's hands. He gonna get those stats. So completed that pass on that fourth down short of the sticks. Y'all saw that, right? It was another completion. Get those percentages up, you know. But you lose the game. Great. Good job. I can't even get the freaking game on. Well, you got Florida State, Miami, Florida, the big three in the state. Shit. I mean, is Florida even up there in the top 3 now? Where's my bag? They picked Florida on College Game Day, and we got embarrassed. Man, Arkansas gonna. Florida plays Arkansas. They play Texas A&M this year? I don't even know. I know they play Arkansas. Arkansas is going to be... Oh, dang. Arkansas getting beat by... Oh, they lost to Texas A&M today. Arkansas is still going to be tough, though. Oh, my God. Me. Well, I know they're going to call me just to make fun of me. It's an embarrassing day. I'm not going to say it's a bad day. It's an embarrassing day to be a Florida Gator fan. But I think I'm numb to the point. Like, I've had embarrassing days. Now, Dan Mullen. I got to see him again. Why is he all over my TV screen? Arkansas is not good, but they at least have a quarterback. Fire Scott Strickland, please. I agree with that. All right. Well, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to make a video. We'll see how long it is. And I'm just going to get my frustrations out because live video, I got 35 people watching. I bet you I'm going to have a lot of views on that video that I'm going to bring out because I have a lot of stuff to air out. I've aired out a little bit on here, but I got more to go off on. And y'all stay tuned. Yes, coaching was bad, but I saw some players give up on this game, especially in the second half. At this point, I think for the biggest thing, I think people just need to stop buying this Gator merchandise. Hit them where it hurts. Their pockets. That's the biggest thing. That's what pisses them off. They'll start doing a better job then. All right, guys. Titanic band playing while Florida walks off the field. Dang. That's terrible. We're gonna end it like that. All right, guys. Be on the lookout for my video. I'll have it coming out in the next hour or so. I'm gonna have it coming. This is fucking football, not basketball. How are we losing to Kentucky 3 years in a fucking row? That's how I'm gonna end it. Yeah. That's how I'm gonna end it right here. 1950, 70 years since Kentucky won three in a row. I'm telling you guys. Like, I'm stewing right now. I'm stewing. Like, I'm a calm mad right now. That's not good. All right. Be on the lookout for the video in about an hour. I'll have it uploaded. It's probably only going to take me one time to edit this video. It won't even be editing. I'm just going to rant. All right, guys. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Check out that video.